we thought here that Hillary Clinton had a lot of winning lines, but I didn't give any of those the best line of the night, partly because I think this one we're going to show you is it. Also because they were more studied. They were like, okay, I know that if I switch the topic to supporting President Obama or being in favor of education, et cetera, I'm going to win. Or if I say, hey, on gun control, mass shootings, I mentioned that line, and it makes it seem like he's pro-mass shootings. But I'm not going to give best line of that because it was a good trick, but that's not really true, right? But I give you all that preface because she did have plenty of good lines tonight. She really did. But I still thought that this was the best line.
This, while we're on Wall Street, one of us has a super PAC. One of us has raised $15 million from Wall Street for that super PAC. One of us has given speeches on Wall Street for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, I kind of think if you get paid a couple of $100,000 for a speech, must be a great speech. I think we should release it and let the American people see what that transcript was.
And I have said, and I will say again, I'll be happy to release anything I have as long as everybody else does too. Because what really is behind that question, Republicans and Democrats, is whether I can stand up to Wall Street. Well, let's have some facts instead of some rhetoric for a change. I went to Wall Street when I was a United States Senator. I told them that they were wrecking the economy. I asked for a moratorium on foreclosures. I asked that we do more to try to prevent what I worried was going to happen. President Obama took more money from Wall Street in the 2008 campaign than anybody ever had. And when it came time to stand up to Wall Street, he passed and signed the toughest regulation since the Great Depression.
Senator Sanders, let me just follow up with you. You'll be able to follow up.
Regulation.
Okay. So that was a great line by Bernie Sanders. He delivers it better on the stump. I've seen it twice this week. He's started saying it this week. He said, $225,000 for a speech. Must have been a fantastic speech. Why don't you share it with everybody so we can all enjoy it, right? In the heat of the debate, he didn't deliver it quite as well, but it still landed the blow that he wanted, which is, come on, man, she's taking $100,000 from hundreds of thousands for speeches. You think it's because they're really great? No. And then her answer of, well, I'll release it whenever everybody else does. And he went on to say later, here, I just released mine. He said, I don't get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for speeches on Wall Street. And her disingenuous answer of, oh, well, the Republicans haven't released their speeches. Yeah, but we're not in a general election. We're in this primary. It's between you two. One of you takes a lot of money from Wall Street, and the other one doesn't. So when Bernie Sanders pointed that out, I thought that was probably the best line of the debate.
But imagine this, though. Imagine what she said in those speeches, because we will find out those speeches this fall when she's the candidate. And if it's Trump or Cruz, they're going to have a copy of that speech. And they're going to say, here, America, here's this person who says they're going to fight for you. And here's who they took the money from, and this is what she told them. And Trump can say that to her. Even Cruz can say it to her, even though his wife worked there and he borrowed money from them, he will still try and use it against her.
But pause there for a second, because Wes is making a super interesting point that no one else in the media has been talking about. Now, she gave those speeches at Goldman Sachs. Ted Cruz's wife worked at Goldman Sachs. You think she can't find a copy of the speech to leak in a general election matchup? So Bernie Sanders doesn't have access to anybody at Goldman Sachs. He can't leak it. But Ted Cruz and the Republicans do, and they will leak those speeches in the general election, and it will bite her, and then if she's the candidate, all of us.